I'm looking to add a second switch and light to an existing switch box that controls a receptacle. Problem is only one set of wires in the switch box. How can I add second switch?
Hello. My name is XXXXXXXXXX. I will be happy to assist you with your electrical question. My goal is to exceed your expectations on JustAnswer. 1. Have you run a switched loop, hot, and a neutral wire from the existing wall switch box to the light destination? 2. Does the existing wall switch box have a neutral, white, wire inside that is being used as a neutral? 3. What is the type of switch that controls the receptacle, a single pole or a three-way? 4. What type of switch do you want to install for the new light? A single pole or a three-way? 5. What is the wiring scheme for the existing wall switch and what will the wiring scheme be for the new light switch? Romex on both or conduit? Kevin 41550.42756577755.
Yes, I have run a switched loop. No, the neutral is the hot going back to the receptacle. All switches are single pole, and all in Romex. Do I need to run another wire from receptacle to the switches in order to power the new switch?
1. Thank you for the replies. 2. Since you have one existing switch in the wall box, that means you already have one hot wire that feeds the existing single pole switch. The second single pole switch for the light can be tapped, pigtailed, off of the existing switch. The bottom screw terminal on the existing switch should be the hot feed. You can run a 3 inches or 4 inches pigtail from the existing switch hot feed and pigtail this into the new switch on the bottom screw. By pigtailing, you will have your hot circuit feed at both switches. 3. If you ran Romex cable from the existing wall switch box to the new light fixture, the black wire on that Romex run will be the switch loop leaving the top screw terminal on the new switch and connected to the black light fixture wire. 4. Let me know if you ran the new Romex from the existing wall switch box or from the receptacle box. If you ran the new Romex from the existing wall switch box, then that box must have a neutral wire that you can splice into that goes to the light fixture white neutral wire. Let me know if the existing wall switch box has a white neutral wire. 5. If the hot circuit feed 14 halves Romex from the breaker feeds the existing wall switch box, then you should have a black wire feeding into the switch and another 14 halves Romex black wire leaving the switch as the switch loop to the receptacle brass hot screw. The white originating from the breaker should be spliced to the 14 halves white neutral leaving the switch box and terminating at the silver screw on the receptacle. 6. I need to know how many sets of Romex cables and how many conductors in each cable that terminate into the existing wall switch box. I assume the wall switch box was a single gang with only one switch, which means you should have had one Romex cable feeding the existing switch, a second set of Romex leaving the existing switch and going to the receptacle, and the third Romex cable leaving the existing switch box that will feed the new light. Thus a total of 3 Romex cables in the existing wall switch box, correct? Kevin 41550.80998916667.
I changed the single gang switch box to a double gang. I added a new Romex from switch box to light. There was only one Romex feeding existing switch. So now in the switch box is 2 Romex runs. The existing Romex was both the feed and the return to receptacle.
1. Refer to the attached wiring diagram. I use the following colors on the diagram. Black lines are for hot circuit feeds and switch loops. Gray lines depict white neutrals. Green lines depict green grounds and/or bare copper grounds. Just reply back to me with any questions. Thanks. Kevin.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.